You ever have one of those thoughts that just gets stuck? A little worry that starts small but then suddenly feels huge? Well, today we're going to talk about some simple ways to quiet that inner noise and find a little bit of peace right when you need it the most. Let's dive in.
Ah, this one. Sound familiar? It's that little voice, right? The one that loves to pop up just before a big moment. It's that what if that can make your palms start to sweat and your heart pound a little faster. It's a classic worry. And you know what? It's completely normal.
Or, hey, maybe this is more your speed. Whether we're talking about a test, a huge presentation at work, or even just a difficult conversation you have to have, that feeling is pretty much universal. It's really just a sign that our brain is trying to get us ready for a challenge. Sometimes it just tries a little too hard. Okay, so this is a really helpful way to think about this. Worry isn't some enemy you have to fight. Try thinking of it like your brain's own personal security system, working 24/7 to keep you safe. The only catch is that sometimes the alarm is just a little too sensitive. So to see what this actually looks like, and more importantly, what we can do about it, let's jump into a quick story. We're going to meet a character named Leo, who's dealing with what he calls his worry storm. All right, so picture this. Leo has a huge day tomorrow. He's got a big part in the school play. And he's excited, for sure. But as he's lying there in bed and everything gets quiet, something else starts to creep in. And there it is. You know that feeling? Before the thoughts even start racing, our bodies often give us the first signal. For Leo, it's that classic, uncomfortable, twisty feeling right in his stomach. And from there, that physical feeling just fuels the mental one. The what-ifs start swirling around, getting louder and faster, until Leo's whole mind just feels like this chaotic, noisy storm that's brewing from that one little twist in his tummy. This is the simple but really powerful piece of advice Leo's mom gives him, and it's brilliant, right? It means you don't have to get swept away by the storm. You have an anchor you can use anytime, anywhere, and it's your own breath. So, how do we take that one great piece of advice and turn it into a real practical plan? Let's break down the simple steps anyone can use to handle their own worry storms. Thinking of it as a secret plan is actually a fantastic mindset. It's not about following some boring set of rules. It's about having your own personal strategy, a tool that you can just pull out whenever you need to feel a little safer and more in control. And here they are, the 3 core steps. It's such a beautiful, simple progression. First, you use your breath to calm your body down. Second, you just acknowledge the emotion, no judgment, you just name it. And third, you gently point your attention towards something soothing. Let's really focus on that first step for a second. This is way more than just breathing. It's about being intentional. So as you breathe in, you can literally think the word calm. And then, as you breathe out, you just imagine all that twisty, stormy energy leaving your body. And here's what happens. Notice the storm doesn't just poof disappear. That's not really realistic, is it? Instead, the intensity changes. It goes from this raging thunderstorm to a much more manageable soft rain. And that right there is a huge, huge shift. Okay, so breathing helps calm the body. But what about those sticky, circling thoughts? Well, there's a fantastic mental technique for that, and it's almost like playing a little game with your mind. This is such a powerful way to look at it. Instead of grabbing on to every single worried thought and wrestling with it, you just reimagine it. You see it as something separate from you, like it's just a temporary cloud passing through the big open sky of your mind. The real key here is to shift from engaging with the thoughts to simply observing them. You kind of become a watcher. You notice a worry cloud. You acknowledge, there it is. And then you just let it float on by without getting all tangled up in it. So when you start to put these ideas together, they become more than just a few little tricks. They actually combine to form a real skill that, with a little practice, can feel like your own personal calm superpower. Think of this as your essential toolkit. You've got your breath to ground your body, you've got the power of naming to validate your feelings, and you've got that cloud-gazing perspective to manage your thoughts. It's really a complete approach to finding your center. And this all brings us to a really empowering idea. So often, we think we need everything on the outside to be perfect for us to feel calm. But this shows us that real, lasting calm isn't something you find, it's something you build, piece by piece, right inside yourself. Your worries and your fears, they feel so real, but they're just
visitors. They are not who you are. You are the one experiencing them, which means you are always, always bigger than they are. And that's really where it all begins and ends. It's not some giant leap. It's one small, simple, easy action. So the next time you feel that storm brewing, just remember, it all starts with one small breath.